This is the third year. I'm in the third season of riding my MT-09 that Karen graciously got me as a 75th birthday present, and I have loved it from day one, and it's grown on me ever since in every way you possibly can. I enjoy the long rides, I enjoy the short rides, and I enjoy the hyper rides. And altogether, I just couldn't be happier with the bike. But I understand not everybody feels that way. Some people want a Gold Wing type of bike. Some people want an R1. But to me, the definition of this bike, a good definition, is a hyper bike. Now, on the way back from our daily ride yesterday, I stopped at a gas station to get gas, and there's somebody with an MT-09, pretty similar to mine. It was red. Started talking to the guy, young guy, how much he likes the bike, he loves the bike, he hates the bike. We were back and forth about all the stuff. And I said, well, yeah, I ride mine quite a bit. How many miles you have? He had pretty much the same mileage I had. And I couldn't explain to him. I said, I have other bikes, but I really love my MT-09. And which Jose likes me to repeat as often as possible. So, and Turbo Steve too. So let's do it for them. Anyway, I'm talking to the guy, and you can't make this stuff. He says, the reason I love my bike, it's so good at wheeling. And in his group of friends they ride with, they do wheelies down the highway and they do wheelies over the mountain and whatever. And I said, I have my traction control set so my bike will not wheelie. And he looked at me like I'm an old man. And I said, Sonny, I am an old man. But I guess everybody loves their MT-09 for whatever reason. I love mine for a lot of reasons, but we often wonder if it's a hyper bike, a cruising bike, a fun bike. It's all of them. Okay guys, come on. Yes, you can take the food right out of my hand. You're hungry, I'm hungry. Come on, baby. The fish are always hungry. Look at this guy, God. They are so happy in the morning. Karen's garden is really starting to come together in every way. So happy. All the plants are happy. The MT-09 is happy. Everybody's happy. Just everywhere. Flowers, flowers, vegetables. This guy's doing good. It's an unusual looking flower.
That's lavender.
Lavender?
Mm-hmm.
That radish. Take it out. That's ready to harvest. Harvest the radishes.
Oh my goodness,
look at the size of that radish. Last check of the weather, and it is absolutely a beautiful blue skies day. Probably going to get up high 60s, low 70s. Just couldn't be any better for a hyper bike. Now, the thing that makes this bike special to me is something that a lot of people may not think is the number one thing. It is just fun to ride. You get on it, you get a big smile on your face, and you go through the gears with that quick shifter, and I don't know how to explain it. It's just fun. And since it's the only bike I have with a quick shifter, I try to use it every chance I get. I keep wishing I had a quick shifter on all my bikes, or at least on some of the other bikes. A lot of fun. Now, what's unique about this bike to me is it does so many things well. It is, beside being fun to ride, you can ride it like a sport bike, you can ride it like a cruiser, or you can just sit in a parking lot and look at the lights change. I knew when I bought this bike right off the bat there were certain things I wanted to change, and I had made a plan. It took me about 2 years. All of those modifications are on my channel, including painting the wheels and some of the handmade carbon fiber parts. special little treat for me on this bike, and I do appreciate that seat. I am very fussy about the seat on a bike, and if it's uncomfortable, it takes all the fun out of the ride very quickly. Now I've got over 14,000 miles on it, and this is the third season. I just can't be happier with the way the bike is. It's been bulletproof, nothing's broke, and the worst maintenance I had to do is the check engine light came on, and that's on my channel too. And I bought the tool to reverse the check engine light, and I made that special video that's on the channel. I've had so many nice comments about it. Thank you to all the guys responding. I've had 3 different sets of tires on this bike so far, and it looks like the Michelin 5s are my favorite, but I've already got in-house a set of Michelin 6s when these wear out. I really do like Michelin tires. And to show you how much I like them and love them, I even have them on my minivan. Long story about those tires anyway. But I do like the Michelins, and one thing I like, they mount up very easily. And a nice little bonus that I really appreciate is getting 50 miles to the gallon, and I've checked it almost every time I've filled up. With the little the part of the instruments, you push the button, it tells you what the mileage is. And more than once, the ABS has been made a believer out of me. I wish I had ABS again on all my bikes. Unfortunately, I don't, but I really do appreciate the fact the ABS works great. And it wasn't that long ago, I had a little encounter with some deer, and the ABS stepped up to the plate and saved my bacon. Another thing I like about this particular bike, the modes that you can put it in for, and I've been caught in the rain several times. The rain mode is certainly handy. Probably the standard mode is what most people would enjoy, but I enjoy, when I get in the mood for a little hyper ride, put it in the A mode. I made a lot of little custom touches to the bike, including the paintwork and, of course, polishing the exhaust. Many of the parts that were flat black when I got the bike are now nice shiny blue, including the chain guard. And the most important part of the whole package, the Valentine radar detector. Without that, not much hyperactivity goes on. So is it a hyper bike? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, but I know if you want to, you can ride it like one, and I do from time to time. Now, this day heated up as the day went on. I was glad to get in the shade for a few minutes and relax before I make that boring 30-mile trip down Route 80 back home. And luckily for this bike and this seat and this mileage and the fun I've had today, wish you could put it in a bottle. And before the day ends, I wanted to shoot a little more video, just reminding me what a great day this was, what a fun bike this is, and whether it's Hyper or Goldwing, or you're just sitting looking at it, it's great. As soon as I pull in the driveway, Karen's already got the coffee machine on. I'm ready for lunch. So this was just about as nice of a day as I've ever had out on a motorcycle. Beautiful, beautiful weather, not a cloud in the sky. And you never have a bad day on an MT-09. Whether you ride it like a Hyper bike or a Goldwing, or I don't know. I like to do both from time to time. Anyway, it's really in the eye of the beholder whether it's a Hyper bike, really for you to decide, but I made my decision, but I'm keeping it a secret. Now, to be honest, there's some days I go out and just cruise around and I'm just not in the mood to be Hyper. And then there's days, I guess it's how much coffee I have. I go out and I just can't stop whacking that throttle wide open and listening to that radar detector go off. But overall, every day that you can get out on the open road is a blessing. It's a dream come true when you don't have any mechanical problems or no issues. And this bike, thank you, Karen, this bike has been a gem. Thanks so much for watching.